Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about active and passive voice. In the last video, I have told you that we are going to learn about active and passive voice. Let me introduce you first. I am CG Lakshmi Prasad. Assistant Professor of English, working at Government Degree College, Atmakur, Vanaparthi District. I think it is stuck. It's no problem. It will work. Yes. Started. It is loading. It is taking much time. I don't know. I'm not technical expert. Somehow I'm managing, doing video classes for you. Please excuse me. Yes. Now it has come. So today we are going to learn voice, active voice and passive voice. What is active voice and passive voice? First, let us understand what is active and what is passive voice. When A does something to B, like we have, very famous sentence, Rama killed Ravana. So Rama is A. Let us assume that Rama is A and Ravana is B. So when A does something to B, there are often two ways to talk about it. One way is, if we want A to be the subject, we use an active verb like built, speak, killed, whatever it is repairing. These verbs are called active verbs. If we want B, that is receiver, Ravana. Okay, in Rama killed Ravana, if Ravana is considered as B, and if you want that B has to be the subject position, then we use was built, is spoken, is being repaired, and these verb forms are said to be in passive verbs. They're called passive verbs. Here's two examples are given. One example only. They built this house in 1973. This is active verb. Built is active verb. They built this. So who did this? Who did this? They built. And what happened to this? This house is B. And if suppose this B has to be in the subject position, this house was built in 1973. This is, then we use passive verb, was built. Actually, there is no difference in meaning as such. Built is equal to was built. That you have to understand. There is no difference in meaning, but only structure different. When we, built is active form, active verb form, and was built is passive verb form. So when we use built, we have to use the doer. We have to use subject. We have to use doer as a subject. And if we want to use was built, then we have to use the receiver, that is building. Okay, the house, it has to be in the subject position. That is the difference. So if the verb is if the verb is active verb, we say sentence is in active voice. If the verb is passive verb, then we say the sentence is passive passive sentence. Active form, active voice and passive voice. And remember, transitive verbs have both active and passive forms. I told you in the introductory video of verbs and tenses. there are so many types of tenses. There are so many types of verbs. Among those types of verbs, transitive verb and intransitive verb, these are very prominent. Transitive verb means which takes object. So whatever the verb that requires object is called transitive verb. Whatever the verb that doesn't require object is called intransitive verb. So transitive verbs alone have this active form and passive form. Intransitive verbs do not have active form and passive form. Passive verbs are made up of the verb be with a past participle of the main verb. So passive verbs, how they are made? We have to use be form and then V3, that is a past participle of the main verb. That is a main for in every passive voice, we will have be form and past participle of the main verb. These two are compulsory. Then we may have other forms as well, verbing form or whatever it is. We are going to learn about the structures of passive forms. There we will understand. Then there are 4 active tenses which are not usually used in passive tense forms. I told you we have active tenses, 12 active tenses. Whereas if it comes to passive tenses, we have only 8 passive tenses. So what are the tenses which are not usually used in passive forms are present perfect progress, all perfect progressive tenses, all perfect continuous tenses, present perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense, future perfect continuous tense. And one more future tense is also not usually used in passive form, that is a future continuous tense. So these 4 forms are not usually used in passive tense forms. Okay, that is these are the basics things which you need to understand before we go to the lesson. 1 minute, please. Passive tenses are normally used in the same way as active tenses. The papers are being prepared now. Why? Normally means the rules as such. Okay. When do we use simple present tense? When do we use present continuous tense? The rules are same whether for the both active forms and passive forms. There is no difference of rules. There are no different rules as such. Only structural differences. That's all. As far as when do we use present continuous tense, all those rules are applicable to passive continuous tense also. Okay, when do we use the past perfect tense, same rules are applicable to passive forms also. That's why passive tenses are normally used in the same way as active tenses. The papers are being prepared now. Now, whenever now is there, we have to use present continuous tense, but it is in passive form. The secretary is preparing the papers now. Okay, this is active form. Malana has been arrested. Okay, it is a present perfect tense. The police have arrested Malana, present perfect tense. This is active form, this is passive form. So just now something happened or you don't want to tell the time. Okay, such things are used in present perfect tense. So passive forms also same rules. So there is no different rules for passive forms. Okay, then not all verbs can have passive forms, that we have already discussed. Not all verbs can have passive forms. Passive structures are impossible with intransitive verbs. Intransitive verbs do not have passive forms like die or arrive, which cannot have object. For example, many people died of COVID-19 and you cannot convert this to passive voice. The parcel will arrive tomorrow. No passive form for these sentences. And in the same way, stative verbs such as fit, have, lack, resemble, suit, these verbs also, stative verbs also do not have passive voice. For example, they have a nice house. You cannot convert this to passive voice. My shoes don't fit me. This also cannot be converted into passive voice. She resembles a Greek goddess. This also cannot be converted into passive voice. Your mother lacks tact. This also cannot be converted into passive voice. She was having a bath. This also cannot be converted into. These are all stative verbs. Stative verbs also do not have passive verbs, and also intransitive verbs do not have passive verbs. Then agent. This you have to understand. Whenever we are converting active voice into passive voice, we should use one agent, then one preposition we use. Like Rama killed Ravana. Ravana was killed by Ravana. This by is called agent. So by whom something has done. In a passive sentence, we usually use by to introduce the agent, the person or thing that does the action. So who has done that action, that is introduced by using by. Okay, that by is used. Agents may or may not be mentioned in passives, but it is not compulsory to use by, because something like this sentence, smoking is prohibited. By whom? It's not necessary. You don't need to say smoking is prohibited by the government, and everybody knows that some authority will prohibit smoking. So there is no need of saying by. So all this by agent is not necessary. It need not be mentioned in all the sentences where it is quite understood. For example, let us see. All the trouble was caused by your mother. Here by is there. These carpets are made by children who work 12 hours a day. So here by is used. So, but whereas in some sentences you don't need to use by. I have some exercise for some sentences for you in the next slides. We'll examine that as well. Some past participles can be more like adjectives than verbs. Some past participles can be more like adjectives than verbs. See here, I told you V3 is very compulsory, but V3 sometimes what happens in some sentences, it acts like an adjective. At that time, we cannot use by. We need to use some other preposition. Let us see here. I was shocked. See here, shocked. Something like that. I was a teacher. I'm a teacher. So it's something like adjective. I was shocked by your attitude. Instead of by, you can use even at. I was shocked at your attitude. We were worried about her silence. Even instead of by, we can use about. But by also is possible. We were worried by her silence. But about is also possible. Are you frightened of spiders? We cannot say, are you frightened by spiders? You have to say, are you frightened of spiders? So here you have to use of. So only by, some people think that agent means only by, but there are some other prepositions as well where we can use instead of by. With is used, even with can be used. Okay, when we talk about an instrument which is used by an agent to do an action, sometimes the second object. Okay, there we use with. He was shot with a rifle. He was not by the policeman. But what is a tool? With a rifle. With a rifle. So here, instead of by, we can use with for particularly instruments, tools. When do we use passive structures? This why should we use? Why should we use passive structures? Actually, these passive structures were used by Britishers. It's very common, particularly to give kind of respect. Okay, but nowadays passive structures are not used, particularly in American English. Passive structures are totally omitted. Everything they use it in active sentences. Even when sometimes I type in documents, the computer shows red mark. Consider revise. Why? It is in passive voice. Consider revise. Why can't you use it in active voice? So passive voices are now almost they are not used, but still we have to learn, because in some cases passive voice become very important. And when do we use? Usually we often choose passive structures when we want to talk about an action, but are not so interested in saying who or what does or who did it. Who did it, or who does it, or what does it, or what did it. That's not important for us, but verb is more important. Particularly smoking is prohibited. Parking is no, parking is prohibited. Something like that. Now no parking, no parking. So in earlier days, everything is in passive voice. Smoking is prohibited. No smoking now. You can say instead of smoking is prohibited, you can say no smoking. Okay, and passive and about an action, but are not so interested in saying who or what does did it. Passives without agents are common in academic and scientific writings for this reason, and for this reason only, in formal situations, usually passives are not used. But if sometimes if they are used, the agent by is removed, because who did it and what did it is not important, But what happened is more important. So for that reason only, we remove by agent. Okay, see here, those pyramids were built around 400 AD by Pharaoh. That's not important. That's not very important. So those pyramids were built around 400 AD. Too many books have been written about the Second World War. Okay, so by whom? That's also not important for us now. The results have not yet been analyzed. The results have not yet been analyzed. By whom? Maybe by the principal, or maybe by the staff. But it's not very important for us now. Then, and here comes to the structure. First, let us know, we have already know about active construction, but let us examine simple present. I told you in passive forms there are only 8 structures. So only 8 structures I have taken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Active construction has actually 12 structures. I have removed the 4 structures. Only 8 structures are considered here in active construction as well. So simple present. What is the simple present tense formula? V1 or Vs. We bake the bread here. We bake the bread here. That is, we is plural, so bake. If it is singular, he bakes the bread here. That is the structure. Then present continuous tense, we have to use either is, am, or. We have to select one of these depending upon the subject. Then verb being form. We are, we plural, so we are using are. If it is he is. I am. I am baking the bread. He is baking the bread. We are baking the bread. Then present perfect continuous tense. Here we have to use has or have depending upon the subject. We is plural, so we have taken have. It. If it is he, then we have to use he has. We have baked the bread. In the same way, simple past tense. Simple past tense is V2. Here we use V1 or Vs, but here we use V2. We baked the bread. In the past continuous tense is almost all same rule, but here we use is, am, are, but here we use was or were. So we were. We is plural, so we were. If it is he, we say he was baking the bread. See, here it is plural, so we were baking the bread. Then past perfect tense, had plus v3. Here also same, have plus v3. Here also have plus 3, but here we use past form of have. Had plus v3. We had baked the bread. Simple future, will plus v1. We will bake the bread. We will bake the bread. Then future perfect tense. Okay, will plus have plus v3. We will have baked the bread. These are all active forms that we have to learn. Okay, let's go to passive construction. Same tense is same, but the structure is different. I told you in every passive form there will be B form is common, and then V3 is common. V3 is compulsory and B form is also compulsory. And it may be in different forms. See, V3 is common. See, all the structures you see V3. V3 is that is past participle is compulsory in passive form. This you have to understand. Then if it comes to simple present tense, you have to use there in simple present tense active form only V1 or Vs. But here V3 is there. So here we have to use B form. B form means am or is or are. Like the bread. So object will come at the beginning. The bread is baked. Now bread is singular. Okay, there we bake the bread. The we is plural, so we have used v1. But here bread is singular, so the bread is baked here. The bread is baked here. Then present continuous tense, same B form will be there. Since it is continuous tense, there should be ing form. So B form plus being. So two B forms are there. B plus being plus B3. So in B form, we have to choose one of these three: am, is, are. The bread is being baked. The bread is being baked. In the same way, have forms. Active form, what is the first structure? Have plus V3. But here, have plus been plus V3. So two V3s will be there. V3 of B form and main verb. Okay. So here the bread has been baked. The bread has been baked here. Then let us go to simple past tense. Same rule. B form plus V3. But here we use was plus were. Was or were. The bread was. Bread is singular, so we use the bread was baked. In the same way, continuous tense also same. B plus being plus V3. So only three structures you have to learn. Same rule only. Okay, same rule. B plus V3, B plus V3. B plus being plus V3. B plus being plus V3. Have plus been plus V3. Have plus been plus V3. Same, even in future tense also, will be added. Will plus be plus V3. See, be plus V3, we have to add will. In the same way, have plus been plus V3 is present perfect tense, we add will. Will plus have plus been plus V3. So even though there are 8 structures, actually you have to learn only 3. Once you learn these 3 structures, then all other things also will come the same way. Okay, so let us examine the sentences. Am is or plus V3. The bread is baked here. The bread is being baked here. The bread has been baked here. The bread was baked here. The bread was being baked here. The bread had been baked here. Okay, the bread will be baked here. The bread will have been baked here. So in the same way, next I've just, in order to compare the structure, see V1 Vs becomes B form plus V3. Active construction, simple present tense. Okay, simple present tense. Here V1 Vs is active structure. But here B form plus V3. See, B is very common. Without B, you cannot construct passive construction. B plus verbing form. So B plus being plus verbing form. So being should be there. Continuous tense means ing form should be there. Then present perfect, have plus V3. But here have plus been plus V3. Have plus been plus V3. So here V3 is there. So in the V3 here it should reflect. So have plus V3 plus V3. Have plus been plus V3. Then simple past tense V2, but here B plus V3. Was were. Then was were plus verbing form. So same thing. B form plus verbing form. B form plus being plus V3, then had plus V3, had plus been plus V3, will plus V1, will plus be plus V3, will plus have plus V3, will plus have plus been plus V3. So same structure. Once you master this structure, active and passive voice is one of the easiest point of grammar in English. It is the easiest. Okay, articles may be confusing, prepositions may be confusing, direct indirect speech may be confusing, tenses may be more confusing, but active and passive voice is the easiest thing one can learn in English grammar. Okay, it's only three structures. If you learn everything, you can learn. See now process. How active form can be converted into passive form? See, active form, Rama killed Ravana. So what we have to do now? This is subject, this is verb, this is object. This you have to, you should be able to identify what is subject and what is verb and what is object. First you identify the verb. That is more important. So first what you have to do, the first point, don't go to the subject and object. First you convert this verb into passive verb. This is active verb. Killed is active verb. So killed is past tense, simple past tense. So what is the simple past form of passive verb? B form plus V3. So B form, since it is past tense, we have to use was. Okay, why was? Here we have to see, we have to look at this object. Object is whether it is singular or plural. Okay, it is singular, so was. If it is plural, we have to use were. Okay, for example, Rama killed Rakshasas. Rakshasas, plural. So Rakshasas were killed by Rama. But here only Ravana. We are talking only about Ravana. Ravana is a singular. So killed becomes was killed. Was or were killed, whatever it is. Then what we have to do? Object has to be brought forward and we have to make it subject. So Ravana becomes Ravana. We have to place it at the subject position. Then subject is brought at the position of object. So Rama has gone at the end of the sentence. Then we have to add one agent by Rama. Over, complete. It's the easiest thing one can learn in grammar. Okay, active, converting active into passive. But some problems will be there. Okay, where Rama killed Ravana yesterday. Where we have to keep this yesterday? This, whatever that comes after this. Okay, first we have to identify subject, verb, object, and there may be some more clauses, phrases, whatever, and that has to be kept as it is at the end of the sentence, even in the passive voice. Okay, so once you are able to identify subject, verb, object, the story is over. Okay, your what is it? Your work is finished. You can very easily convert active into passive. Now, but problems will come when there some verbs may have two objects. Then which object has to be brought forward? Okay, let us examine this one. Many verbs such as give, send, show, lend, pay, promise, refuse, tell, offer can be followed by two objects, an indirect object and direct object. What is indirect object? What is direct object? We will try to understand. These usually refer to a person, indirect object. So indirect object means person. Direct object means a thing, something. I gave a pen to Rama. I gave Rama a pen. I gave Rama a pen. So what is a direct object and what is indirect object? Direct object is what is given. Pen is given. So pen is more important here. So pen is direct object and indirect object to whom it is given, Rama. So Rama is indirect object. So person is always indirect object and thing is direct object. And which has to be brought forward, both can be brought forward. Okay, so we can have two passive forms. We can have two passive forms. Even in active forms also, we can write in two ways. Let us examine here. These are the active forms. These are the passive forms. Let us see here. She gave her sister the car. This is active form. See, gave. Gave is verb, active verb here. And it has two objects. One object is her sister. So person, it is indirect. And thing, it is direct. So the car, two objects are there. She gave the same thing can be expressed in different way. She gave the car to her sister. She gave the car to her sister. So how you should convert these sentences into passive voice? See, the first one can be converted like this. Her sister, we have to bring her sister. Indirect object has to be persons. Usually we prefer persons, okay, to bring forward. Her sister was given. So give becomes was given. Her sister was given the car. By her, it is not necessary. By can be removed. Agent can be removed here. Her sister, by her sister is there. Then why again by her? By this phrase, her sister, we understand that it is by her only. So by her is not necessary here. Then in the same way, she gave the car to her sister. The car was given. So the car can be brought forward. The car was given to her. The car was given to her. The car was given to her by her sister. Actually, by I forgot. Okay. The sorry, by is not necessary. The car was given to her sister. The car was given to her sister. It's enough. Okay. By her is not necessary. In the same way. In the same way, one more sentence. I had already shown the police woman Sinu's photo. What is the active verb here? Had already shown. Past perfect tense. Past perfect tense. Had already shown. It's a past perfect tense. The active verb it is, and it has two objects. First object is the police woman. The second one is Sinu's photo. So what is person here? Person is police woman. So it is indirect object. And what is the thing of Sinu's photo? Photo is only an object. No, it is a thing. We are not talking about Sinu. Sinu's photo is here. So Sinu's photos is a direct object. So either Sinu's photo can be brought forward or the police woman can be brought forward. This is active form. In the same way, the active form can be told like this as well. Had already shown Sinu's photo to the police woman. So let's come to passive form. The police woman had already been shown. So had already shown, what happens? Had already been shown. Had already been shown Sinu's photo. In the same way, Sinu's photo can be brought forward. Sinu's photo had already been shown to the police woman. Sinu's photo had already been shown to the police woman. So in this way, when we have two objects, we can bring either object. Okay, we can bring a indirect object at the beginning of the sentence as a subject, or we can bring a direct object as a subject, but both are correct. Now I have brought so many sentences for practice. Okay, let us see here. Let us examine active and passive. The cat killed the mouse. It is a drama killed Ravana. Same. It's a very easiest sentence. The mouse was killed by the cat. Manners reveal character. Reveal is present tense. Manners is plural, so reveal. There is no yes form. So what happens? Character is revealed by manners. Then Columbus discovered America. Discovered past tense, simple past tense. So was discovered. Discovered, what happens? Was discovered. America was discovered. So first you have to identify verb. Once you identify verb, it becomes very easy. My cousin has drawn. So has drawn is present perfect. So has been drawn. That's all. The picture has been drawn by my cousin. My father will write a letter. Will write, simple future sentence. So will be written. Will write, what happens? Will be written. So what will be written? A letter will be written by my father. I have sold my bicycle. I have sold my bicycle, singular, was sold. Sold becomes was sold. My bicycle was sold. That's all. There is no need of by me. Okay, my bicycle, because my is already there. So by me is not necessary. People will soon forget it. Okay, will soon forget. Will forget. Soon is a adverb. So will forget is simple future tense. So what will be forgotten? Forgotten it. So will soon forget. What will happen? Will soon be forgotten. Will soon be forgotten. It will be soon forgotten by people. By people again is not necessary. It will be forgotten soon. It will be forgotten soon, or it will soon be forgotten. Both are correct. They opened the theater last month. They opened is verb here. Okay, so opened is simple past tense. So what will happen? Was opened. So what is opened? The theater. The theater was opened. So don't confuse with last month. Don't bring last month at the beginning. That's why I told you subject, verb, object. You should be able to identify. They is subject, opened is verb, the theater is object. Last month you forget about it. This adverbial. The theater was opened by them. Okay, the theater was opened last month by them. So by them is not necessary. The theater was opened last month. That's all. Then the last one, we prohibit smoking. See, this we prohibit smoking is never used. Always we use passive form. So some structures are very good if we use in passive forms. So what happens? Smoking. But what is the verb here? Prohibit, not smoking. Prohibit. So prohibit, what happens? Is prohibited. This smoking is gerund. It is a noun. It is used as a noun. So noun has to be brought forward. That smoking has to be brought forward. Smoking is prohibited. So prohibit becomes is prohibited by us. By us is not necessary. Some more exercises. See, Mr. Prasad teaches us grammar. See, here we have two objects. Teaches is verb, and we have two objects. Us, grammar. So we can bring us at the beginning. So us becomes we. Grammar as it is. So suppose if we bring grammar at the beginning, the passive voice will be like this. Grammar is taught to us by Mr. Prasad. Suppose if we bring us becomes we. We are taught grammar by Mr. Prasad. Then who taught you French? This is a question. See, when there are questions, then you should be very careful. It's like mathematics. In the place of who, you put X. X taught you French. Okay. Now we know very well. Okay, we have two objects, you and French. X is there, let it be there. So whenever who is there, we have to make by whom. So you or French has to be brought forward. You were taught French. You were taught. By whom were you? Question becomes means were has B form has to be brought forward. So by whom was French? If it is French, French is singular, so was has to be used. By whom was French taught? Uh, by whom was French taught? To you, not again. One more mistake, typo. Okay, by whom was French taught to? By whom was French taught to you? In the same way, you can bring you. You can be brought forward. By whom were you taught French? By whom were you taught French? He handed her a check. He handed her a check. A check was handed to her by him, and it's not necessary. So a check is object. Handed is verb. Handed becomes was handed. A check was handed to her, or her can be she was handed. She was handed a check. She was handed a check. So both are possible. Two objects are there in all these sentences. And one more, this one you see. He hit the dog with a stick. See, tool is there here. He hit the dog. Hit is verb. The dog was hit with a stick by him. So by him is not necessary. The dog was hit with a stick. We saw you and him. See, saw is verb. What is object? Are there two objects are there? No. You and him both are object. Two persons, plural. So you and him has to be brought at the as a subject. So you should understand, subject case and objective case. You is both subjective case and objective case, whereas him is objective case. When you bring forward, him becomes he. So you and he, so not you and him, you and he were seen. See, saw, what happens? Were seen. So because you and he is plural now. You were seen, he was seen. But you and he, two people are there, so it's plural. You and he were seen by us. Then they asked me my name. So here again, see, they asked is verb. Two objects are there. Me is there, my name is there. So me, if brought forward, it becomes I. So me is objective case. When it comes to subjective case, me becomes I. So I was asked my name. I was asked my name. So my name can be brought forward. My name was asked by him. My name was asked by him, by them. Sorry, not by him, by them. My name was asked is enough. If you are very particular about by, you can say my name was asked by them. Then we elected we elected Balu. It has to be we elected Balu captain. So here once again, there is only one object. Captain is not object. Okay. Balu was elected captain. We cannot say captain was elected because it's only what is that? Captain is complement. Captain is subject to complement. Okay. Sorry, object complement, not subject complement, object complement. Babu. Who is Babu? Babu is captain. So it is only complement to object. So object is only one. So Babu was elected captain. Babu was elected captain. Let's go to the next one. I saw him opening the box. I saw him opening the box. So what is verb here? Saw is verb. So whenever I come here, it is disappearing. Something is popping up. I saw him opening the box. So saw is verb and him is object. Opening the box, it is it is adjunct. So that's not object. So he has to be brought forward. Him has to be brought forward. When we bring him as a subject, it becomes he. So he was seen. Saw becomes was seen. He was seen opening the box. By me is not necessary. Next one. One more sheet is there. One more for practice. We must listen to his words. We must listen to his words. See, we must listen. So instead of will, it is just like a simple future tense, but we can use all modal verbs as well. So modal can, we can, may, might, must, all these can be used along with the verb. We must listen to his words. So what is the verb here? Must listen. Must listen. So it is a simple future. You have to assume that it is simple future tense. Okay, for time's sake. Then what we should listen to his words. So to his words, all three words is object. So all three words has to be brought forward, not to his words. We must listen to. We must listen to is a verb. His words is object. So his words has to be brought forward. His words must be listened. So must listen. Will listen will happen. Will be listened. In the same way, must listen will become must be listened to. Must be listened to. This is a particle. Okay, verb particle. We have to add to as it is. His words must be listened to. His words must be listened to. So, alas, we shall hear his voice no more. So alas is as usual. You don't need to change anything. But here, shall hear is verb. So shall hear, what happens? Shall be heard or will be heard, whatever it is. So his voice will be heard no more, or his voice shall be heard no more. Okay. Why should you suspect me? Why should you suspect me? So you becomes I. Okay. So why, as it is, why should I be suspected by you? Why should I be suspected by you? So you should suspect. You should suspect. Okay, it is something like, if you make it ordinary sentence, you should suspect me. So I should be suspected. I should be suspect. Since it is question, we have to bring helping verb at the beginning. Should I be suspected by you? So why, as it is, you have to bring forward. Why should I be suspected by you? He made his wife do the work. Made is verb. His wife is object. Do the work is adjunct. So you just remove. You just keep do the work as it is. So his wife was made to work, to do the work. His wife was made to do the work by him. So by him is not necessary. The teacher appointed him monitor. He was appointed monitor. So appointed is verb. Him is object, and monitor is, I told you, complement to the verb, complement to the object, object to complement. So this is not object actually. So monitor cannot be brought forward. So him becomes him comes forward. So him becomes he. He was appointed monitor by the teacher. So by the teacher is not necessary. Do not insult the weak. So these are what we call orders or requests. Okay, when we convert them to passive voice, we use let. Do not insult the weak. So with the help of let not the weak, let not the weak. So weak has to be brought forward. Let not the weak be insulted. So insult becomes be insulted. Okay, open the door. So it can be a request or an order. Let the door be opened. Let the door be opened. So open becomes be opened. Do not beat the dog. Let the dog not be beaten. Let the dog not be beaten. One more, you see, there are some orders or some requests. Two possibilities are there. Learn the poem. Let the poem be learned. And you can also say, you are asked to learn the poem. You are asked to learn the poem. In the same way, you are asked to open the door. You are asked not to beat the dog. You are asked not to beat the dog. Is also possible, particularly when it comes to orders or request. I think these are last one, and thank you very much. Okay, I hope you learned something from today, and let's continue these video lessons in the future. Thank you very much.